It was New Year's Day 2009, and I'm on my way home from the hospital. I was getting daily chemo shots at the time, and I'm driving down Independence Parkway in Tampa in the left-hand turn lane, and the light turns red. So I roll up to the intersection and waiting for the light to turn green, and here's a homeless man right outside my driver's side window. He's tan, leather-skinned gentleman with bloodshot eyes. His hair was just brittle and dry like dead grass, you know. His face was pitted and had sores all over it, and he's holding a sign that says, "Homeless, God bless." Well, with all the chemo I've got coursing through my veins, I'm tired. I just want to go home. And as luck would have it, I don't have a dime in my wallet. So I thought, I'm off the hook. So I said, well, maybe next time, fella. So the light turns green, and I take a left-hand turn down the boulevard toward my neighborhood, and I don't get very far before I hear a voice emanating from the depths of my soul, and it says, Dan, are you really going to leave my child back there and not help him? Oh, man, I know who that is. And I didn't like it. I'm tired, I want to go home, so I tried to ignore it, and I kept on driving. About 30 seconds later, he comes back with a little louder voice this time. Dan, are you really going to leave my child back there and not help him? After all I'm doing for you, how I have provided for you, and I'm in the middle of healing you. Like, oh, man. Lord, just can't I go home? I'm so tired. I want to go home. I got nothing in my wallet. Just let me go home. And I keep on driving. I get to the entrance of our neighborhood. God has blessed us to live in a nice gated community, and I hit the little remote so the gate will start to open, and I drive through the gate, and as my car is going through the gate, I hear in a very loud and clear voice, really, Dan? Suddenly some words from the Bible hit me like a 2x4. Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Totally convicted. I turned my car around the backside of the guard shack and head back out of the neighborhood across the street to an ATM. I get $40, 20 for me and 20 for the homeless guy, I figure. Now normally I'd spend maybe $1 or a few, loose change for a panhandler, but some reason I'm feeling like a big spender. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that I just had this conversation with God. I turn outside the ATM parking lot and I drive down the road toward that intersection. And then he says, Dan, I don't want you to throw a 20 out the window as you drive by. I want you to get out of your car and speak with him. I got something I want to tell him through you today. Oh, man, I've never done that before. Seriously, God? Fine. But what do you want me to tell him? Tell him that I love him. As I roll up to the intersection, there are now 2 panhandlers, one on each opposing corner. Naturally. I guess I deserve that. Then in a moment of clarity, I realize what a selfish jerk I'm being. And I apologize. Father, I'm sorry I am being so difficult. You can count on me to deliver your message. And so I park, I get out of my car, and I start walking toward those 2 gentlemen.